on Memorial Day 1963, at the 100th anniversary of the Civil War. He was vice president at that time, and it was 3 months before the historical March on Washington that we commemorate today. At a superficial glance, my father, the grandson of a Confederate soldier, may not have seemed the most obvious ally to the movement. A white Southerner from Jim Crow South, he was no young idealist fresh out of college, nor was racial equality a pressing goal of the majority of his Texas constituents. Rather the opposite. But as a teacher, he had seen the plight of his Mexican-American students, and Dr. King's powerful dream found a kindred spirit in my father, who cared deeply about fairness and equality. When the tragedy of President Kennedy's assassination propelled him to the presidency, he used every power at his disposal, including his considerable legislative muscle, to push through the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965.
This is Linda Johnson Robb, daughter of the late President Lyndon B. Johnson.
In Daddy's last year in the White House, signing the third Civil Rights Bill, he wrote, "I do not exaggerate when I say that the proudest moments of my presidency have been times such as this, when I have signed into law the promises of a century." Recently, the Supreme Court struck down part of the Voting Rights Act, which did so much to combat voting inequality in our country. Now, 50 years later, there are still many examples from current events on how much farther we have yet to go to achieve that promise of a colorblind America. But remember, too, that fairness and equality are powerful ideas that resonate with all Americans. And with a message as inspiring and timeless as the dream of Dr. King, there will be unexpected allies if only we look for them. And you know what his wife said? Coretta Scott King said, "Freedom is never really won. You earn it."